Welcome back to the channel, folks. We are out on another little stealthy adventure in another beautiful location. As you can see, we're on the north coast and I am just looking for somewhere to put my Fox One tent. It may be a blustery one. Hopefully we're not getting no rain till tomorrow, but look at that. How awesome is this? And the only thing we have to worry here is like sort of rangers come along and might move us along, but I'm going to go down. I'm going to hold off putting up the tent. I'm thinking of going down there somewhere. If we hold off putting the tent up for a while till that sun sets, hopefully there should be nobody about to pester us and move us on, but let's get down there. So I'm thinking just here would be a good location. It's the sort of flattest part that I can see, other than over there, but I sort of wanted a bit of shelter here. Yeah, maybe here. I would like a flat piece of land for a change. So fed up sloping down hills, sliding down hills through the night. Look at this. I better not sleepwalk, or I'm done for. I'm just exploring there, getting some B-roll as I always do, and I noticed there's a couple of people down there, which I'm assuming are fishing. And then I just noticed this little plot of land here. I'm wondering, would this be better? Once again, like I always say, the camera doesn't do it justice, but that is a long way down there. If you fell down there, you're going to be in bad shape. So this is where I'm just chilling. Maybe not the wisest of places, but that just looks so good. What a place, folks, what a place. Let me know, do you like be camping in places like this as opposed to roundabouts and roadside stuffs? Would you prefer this? Because I know I prefer doing it. I definitely prefer sitting here, chilling. I'm excited to sleep in my Fox One tonight because I've had it for a brief while now. A year I've had that and I still haven't used it. Got a new pillow as well. Exciting stuff in it, exciting content, but yeah, I got a new pillow. I was going to go for the Trikology. It's like £25 for the Trikology pillow, but I cheaped out last minute and I seen like a copy of it on eBay for £8.50. Looks exactly the same. I think it's good, so let's just see how long it lasts. The sun has come out. That's better, a bit warmer, but this is what you have to watch for here, folks. People walk right along here and they get a view right down into our camp. So hopefully it's just hikers and dog walkers and things like that. There's nobody official comes along, because if there is, they will move us on, because you know the rules. Northern Ireland, you're not allowed to wild camp. So every camp in Northern Ireland, unless it's in a campsite, is technically a stealth camp. But it's one of those things, it's a grey area. From what I believe, you don't get prosecuted or anything for it, you just get moved on. But it's a whole hassle getting up, pulling down your tent and packing all your gear up and having to move on. Like, you don't want that. You want your tent up, you want to settle for the night, but that sun being out now is marvellous. Look at it shining in my face. That feels so much better, because it was getting cooler. Look at the glisten on the water. Nice. Right, so update on the situation. As you can see, I nearly have the tent up there, but can you see that little figure? just there. He has a big bag of like feed on his back, and he's shouting sheep, 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 or something of that nature. So obviously he is a farmer. So we'll just see how this plays out. So he is, you just see him just there. So I don't know if he's, I'm sure he has seen me, because I don't know how he couldn't see me. But I'm almost set up. I'm just putting the guidelines out there. So let's see how this situation unfolds. He might tell me to move on. Hope not. Let's watch him together, see what he does. I don't even know if that's the same guy. I think it is. It must be the same guy. He's going out of shot anyway. He's walking along this ridge. Hopefully he just walks away and doesn't go and squeal to somebody or get reinforcements and get shifted, like I said. It's a very open spot. What is the chances of them coming to feed the sheep at this time of night when I'm here? 10 to 9. Who feeds sheep at 10 to 9? What time are you meant to feed sheep? It's at 10 to 9. Well, he seems to have gone there now, but that's not to say he won't be back. So we'll continue on setting this thing up and hope for the best. That's all we can do. We are set up at last. I'll give you a quick look at what I'm rocking. So as I said, we're rocking the OEX Fox 1. There's a little sit mat, I think I showed you in the last video. And same mat as the last video. The foil thing, same sleeping bag as the last video. But this is new. You got a new pillow. So it's probably hard to see in there because it is a tiny little tent. There's not much room. Backpack in that little storage pocket over there. Yeah, that's it. That's not much to see. And we have 2 tins of cider left. We drop of the commish. And then bag of goodies. I have an army ration meat in there, steak and dumplings. One of those, I think it's a breakfast, all day breakfast. And lots of snacks. Right, so let's go and have a look from higher ground to see how bad we stick out. We're up on one of the walking paths now, oversees our camp. And you know what, folks? It doesn't look too bad. We are just there. That's a great little stealthy tent. Obviously, you know, we can still be seen, but at night time with the torch off, you know, we should be stealthy enough there for people walking by. Might not notice us, but as I said many times, time will tell. But I am getting extremely hungry, so I think it's time we went down and got one of these meals on the go. And just checked there, I don't have as much gas as I thought I did. For some reason I thought I had plenty of gas. We're skimping. So the good thing about these meals is though, they are those ready to eat ones. You can eat them hot or cold, so we'll give them a quick blast and we'll just hammer it in us, because I want to try and keep enough for the morning to heat that breakfast up and for a coffee. Might be ambitious, I know, but we'll see. We'll see how we go. Worst comes to worst, we can go back to the van and get our coffee there in the morning with plenty of gas there, plenty of gas for the big cooker, not for that one. So let's get the food on the go. 300 grams of steak, vegetables with dumplings. Get that in there. Splash a drop of water around it. There you go. Light that sucker. Put this on. It should boil quicker. We can get it going. There we go. Well, I butchered that sideways cut. Can you see that? Actually looks like good pieces of steak. Not bad. Not bad indeed. For a meal, I have a tin foil bag that's been lying in my shed for months. Ain't nothing wrong with that. This will set us up nicely for a few commissions. Right, I'm going to shop for a minute and let you enjoy that sunset. There we go, the sun is down and we seem to be all on our own for now. Nobody walking up there, and everybody seems to have dispersed from those rocks down there as well, which is good. Here, it's not a bad place to live really, sure it's not. This is what it's all about. Just taking a breath and relaxing and taking all this in. Because we won't be here forever, folks. Unfortunately, none of us will get out of this alive. So just enjoy it. Enjoy every little, enjoy all the small things, little things like this. Really enjoy it. One day it'll all be over. Sad but true. So I have one more tin of cider to drink. So I'm gonna crack that open and get that in me. It is starting to cool down, it really is. I've got my hoodie thing below this as well and a t-shirt on. I was going to come in a t-shirt too, believe it or not. Don't know what I was thinking. Good job it didn't. So yeah, what I'm saying is I'm going to drink the cider first, because in the little coffin it's hard to swag stuff down. So we'll get the cider drunk here now. We'll be sitting in front of the tent here, look out across the sea. And that's another thing. I'm so busy. I was so busy watching the sunset. I've been obsessed with this sunset. Can't speak. The cider's going to my head. I've been obsessed with this sunset. I haven't even looked into the ocean, because there's lots of wildlife around here, believe it or not. We have dolphins here, and is it seals or sea lions? One of the two of those. What's the difference, folks? Tell me in the comments. What's the difference in a seal and a sea lion? But I know we get them, one of them, and we definitely get dolphins, because they've been recorded more times enough on video on YouTube at this coastline here. This very spot up and down. So why don't we drink our cider, perch ourselves just down there on a little mat. We'll put our mat there, we'll sit in our tent, drink the last cider, we'll look out over into the sea, and then we'll climb into the tent and have a couple of wee commissions in the hip flask, you know what I mean? Grandpa's old cough medicine.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Last one. Cheers. That is hard to beat. Look at this cloud. You see this? I don't know. Hopefully it is coming up on the camera the way I can see it, but I don't think it is from me looking on the screen here. But it's like it's like pink. It looks like bright pink. The camera isn't bringing up the pinkness of it. It looks class. It really does look good. I plan to sleep with earplugs in tonight, so that gives the boogeyman a fighting chance. He can creep up on me if he wants, because I'll not hear him coming. And the reason why I'm sleeping earplugs in, because the last time I slept this close to the water, the sea, and the other camp, that one there, the dreams I was having was crazy, is an understatement. They were weird, and they kept waking me up out of my sleep, and I was so unsettled. A terrible sleep, terrible. So apparently it's something to do with this. Whenever you sleep close to the ocean, if you're not used to it, the sea, it does something to your brain or whatever, makes you dream mad. I don't know. I just heard that. I've seen that in on a program one time. So yeah, so if the boogeyman wants to creep up on you tonight, he's got a good shot at getting me, because I'll not hear him coming. Especially after I have this other cider in me and that little hip flask of Commish. That little tint blends in there quite well. Because it is so low, it's like the height of the same height as the rock beside it. Actually quite a bit lower. And then you point on it, it almost looks like another rock. You know, from a distance. Up close obviously you'd know, but from a distance you maybe wouldn't even know I was there. So we're stealthy enough. Once we're inside and zipped up, we could be on to a winner. We are in the coffin. Have you ever seen inside one of these with somebody actually in it? They are tiny. You know, it's the inner, it's so small. There's loads of room on the other side of the inner. Like, we're nowhere near the outer. I'll spin you around, you see the bottom. You know, look, it falls right down on you. Really, if we could, you know, mod it some way to keep it up. I might try and do something actually and mod it and bring it up off me a bit. Give me a wee bit more space. But here, you know what? I'm not complaining, it's dead on. It is dead on. And it will keep us warm. It'll keep us snug. Snug as a little bug in a rug. I think it's time for Commish, folks. What do you think? I'm trying to get a shot where you're not looking at my nostrils, because I know you complained about that before, some people. Yeah, let's get a wee Commish. Let's see if, actually, just before that, I'm going to see if there's anything I can do with this inner. If I can use the tie points to lift it up slightly. This is where the hip flask comes in handy. Good old Commish. Okay. I'll watch some for a minute or two, and if anything exciting happens, I'll bring you back. Look at this. I just came out, use the loo. It's 25 to 12, believe it or not. and although the phone does make it look a bit lighter than it is, but not by much, still looks awesome here. I think this is definitely my new favourite place. And another thing, to make sure not to trip and stumble down there. Anyway, so I think I'm going to call it a night, and if the boogeyman comes, hopefully I can get the camera on time to record him and let you see him. But if not, we'll get a good sleep, and I'll just see you in the morning, and hopefully the rain stays off so I can get a cup of coffee and possibly even get a breakfast if I've got enough gas, that is. Right, see you in the morning. It is 20 to 7, and you know what, folks, I actually got some sleep. So those little factors I put in place definitely worked. I will do a video on that at some point of tips and tricks to get some sleep on a camp. But let's get a look outside and see what we're dealing with this morning. There's no rain anyway, I know that much. A nice pleasant morning, the sun is shining, and it's time for our morning coffee. There's a little boat heading out to sea there in the distance. Most likely fishermen. The rest of the sea is pretty quiet this morning. Nobody down there fishing as yet. And no other wildlife. Look at the sun on the sea there, the big patch of circle of bright light it's making. Isn't that cool? This little Collapso mug, £1, Poundland, years ago, and it has served me well, because I know you can buy these for silly money, like tenner. These things are going for a bit of rubber. No, I like the bargains. Right, people, I am going to start and strip this bad boy down. Let's see what the situation is like in there. How much work have we got to do? You know, I did keep it somewhat tidy, so we're going to strip it down, get it all organised, put back into that little bag, and I'll bring you back shortly. We are all packed up, and this little gap here between these two sets of rocks is where we put our Fox 1. Little flattened footprint there. So that little tent definitely has its place if you're wanting to be low profile, stealthy, and be able to put it in to a compact area. It is a very good tent, but if it is going to be a torrential rain sort of day or morning, it might not be the best option if you're only going for a 1 day camp. doesn't matter if you get wet in the morning, but if you're going for a multi-day, it might be an issue because it's so small. You really can't get changed in it. You have to get out to do everything. But don't get me wrong, it's a great tent, and it's definitely up there one of my favourites for single day camps, single night camps. Right, I plan to have an all day breakfast, like I said last night, but I'm not gonna bother. I'm not much of a breakfast person anymore. I more have my coffee. I've had one coffee. I'm probably going to stop at the garage and get another one. So what I'm going to do now is get this bag on my back, up on this hill, and work our way back to the car, and we'll continue this conversation back there. Well, there we go, folks. That's another one in the bag. The little Fox One tent. Great stealthy little low profile tent, and it keeps you warm as well because there's not much, you know, area to heat. It has its downsides as well, like I already said, but we'll look into that now. Sleeping conditions. The sleep mat, the £15 sleep mat, is the best sleep mat I've had so far. Now, I don't know how the longevity of it will be, how many camps I've out of it, but as for comfort, it's the best so far. The pillow performed well, and the sleeping bag I used as a blanket flew over me, and I was warm and I was comfortable, and I actually got some sleep. So I was just getting into the car there, and there's a couple standing brushing their teeth out behind. I don't think it wasn't a Berlingo, but some other type sitting. I didn't see what it was. A longer version. They're from Spain. They've travelled over from Spain, so that's something I'd love to do in the future if I could ever get a reliable vehicle. Is get onto the boat, go over to England, then England, blah blah, over into Europe. But that's all future plans, folks, future plans. So for now, we're going to stick to this little mouldy rock until such times as I win the lottery and get a new vehicle. So stay tuned for that. But that's us done. That's us heading home. The sun is shining for now. It is to rain later, so that's why I wanted to get up and away early. Thanks for watching, folks. I really appreciate these, and I'll see you on the next one. You know what you gotta do.